Hey. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Oh, thank you. Hey. How very kind of you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. One of my favorite hymns in all the world is hymn 100 in our hymnal. It's I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I love it so much because it's easy to sing, it's easy to catch on to, and it tends to run the kaleidoscope of emotions that I tend to be feeling one of whenever I sing the song. I've got peace like a river, I've got joy like a fountain, I've got pain like an arrow, love like an ocean, and I've got strength like a mountain. That is the blackest, gospelist way to end a song. You go through the pain and you wind up with strength like a mountain. It's true. This is part of the cycle of life, every one of the emotions that we bring into the room. I'd like to invite you on a small journey with me, with us, to greet whoever you brought in with you, your whole beautiful self. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is to sing the verse that is most resonating with you right now. And we're going to start with Peace Like a River, and we'll go in whatever order I happen to remember them, or Amy graciously reminds me of. What I'm going to ask you to do is either, when we get there, I'm going to place a station for each one of these verses. Say Peace Like a River is here. And I'll sing Peace Like a River. If you're feeling peace, I invite you to either bring your voice and focus in this direction, or bring your whole self up here and join me in the choir. Either one. What we're trying to create is a circle with all of our emotions and all of our experiences going at the same time. The metaphor is getting pretty clear, right? I hope. If not, I'll explain it on the other side. Let's sing now. You ready? All right. Who'll start us? I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul, in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I guess I should sing like I got some joy. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul, in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow.
arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got peace. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got pain. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. Oh, I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got tears like the raindrops in my soul. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops in my soul. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops in my soul. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops. I've got tears like the raindrops in my soul. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul. In my soul. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got strength like a mountain in my soul. One more time, wherever you are. I've got strength like an ocean. I've got strength like an ocean. I've got strength like an ocean in my soul. I've got strength like an ocean. I've got strength like a mountain. I've got peace like a river in my One, I know the temptation to sit down immediately and get yourself out of attention's way is bright. I know that. Let us see each other. Just a brief second. There's strength like a mountain here, even when there's peace like a river. There are tears like the raindrops, even when there's joy like a fountain. There's love like an ocean, like the bodies of water that each one of us has been called and blessed to be. For every story with tears, let us call forth joy. They're partners, they're siblings. They mean to be together, and for every story, for every truth of ours, with sorrow, let there be love. And for every one of us who's got a victory story with strength all in our week, let us be reminded of the tears as well.
if we can embrace it all, if we can embrace everything we brought, then we can form community from all of our singular places. My friends, community is how justice and love change the world. And if you ever doubt it, remember the picture, remember the sound of this room. We still sang together, with different words and all. Know that you are welcome here. And if you're feeling antsy because you're standing, you are very free to take a seat. If movement is yours, we embrace that too. Let's embrace it all. We've brought for you a reading to open this time together with all of who we are. 2 readings, in fact. Nan and Dallas will open up the doors where we'll choose community and take the journey together.
"30 spokes will work until they break their wheel, if you let them. But it is the emptying inside the wheel is why it's moving. Clay can conjure a pot from our own hands. Still, the space inside is what keeps everything else. Chisel this door and that. Build 1,000 window frames. Shape the house with substance. But let the inside keep its space. The emptiness will open. Emptiness will wait without hurry. Substance has a price. Space holds the value."
We, unaccustomed to courage, exiles from delight, live coiled in shells of loneliness. Until love leaves its high holy temple and comes into our sight to liberate us into life. Love arrives, and in its train come ecstasies, old memories of pleasure, ancient histories of pain. Yet if we are bold, love strikes away the chains of fear from our souls. We are weaned from our timidity in the flush of love's light. We dare to be brave. And suddenly, we see that love costs all we are and will ever be. Yet it is only love which sets us free.
Before we do anything else, I invite you to remember that you are a spiritual being in a human body. Place your hand on your heart, if you will. Feel the real beat of it. Feel the rhythm of it. It doesn't give a damn about deadlines. It's beating because you are alive and you're worthy of the blood pumping through your veins. Now take a breath with me, will you? I call this conspiracy. A real one, and two, and three. As our shoulders drop on the exhale, let us also release for a time what we clench. We gather this morning at a breaking point. Mine, yours, ours. I mean, I can say that about every moment. It's not weakness, it's clarity, it's prophecy. We're meeting exhausted again and again. I've heard that in conversations, and now I'm tired too. I just came off a vacation and I'm tired. That's the world we're living in. So I feel called to make the space wider for all of who we are. I feel that strongly, and I welcome you on the journey with me to opening the door. It'll feel a little different. It'll push a little bit on what you're used to, just a little. But if we go together, there's possibility here. If you're weeping, if you are called to move or stay still, silent, or full of sound, we welcome all of that here. 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to be resting. I haven't forgotten the chalice. Vacation week. Sacred time, right? Instead, I was in the emergency room with, pardon my disclosure, an abscess, a small abscess on my butt. Look, we're human. Look, come on. I turned 40 a couple weeks ago, and 40 said, look. Them YouTube stretch videos ain't gonna cut it no more. I mean, it was immediate. Like, oh, thanks for telling me ahead of time. The procedure's not the point, although I love you, so I'm sharing. The point was that my body was crying out, even in a vacation, for me to take care of it more deeply, more carefully. And the same week I was supposed to be recovering, someone showed up at my home. And I'm going to ask you to breathe with me, because this is deep. Someone who's been on our campus, someone who's disrupted our worship in the past, someone who's yelled really hurtful things at my direction based on the color of my skin. That same person I found at my doorstep. And I suddenly couldn't get my mind back to you. I couldn't get my body back to you. Dallas and Nan were ready to lead worship, and they will. They're brilliant. Ready to serve, and I needed to fail them. Not because I didn't care, I certainly do, I love y'all. But because the structure we're all trapped in doesn't have room for bodies that break, for leaders who face racism, for humans who need rest. We dropped the ball as a team because we're juggling too many balls while running on a treadmill someone else controls the speed of. Allison named this in our meeting. We lost 100 staff hours, 100 staff hours in the last couple of years. It's more than 2 full weeks gone. But the work stays exactly the same. It grows. The president is still the same. The Congress is still the same. The laws are still oppressing. We're trying to pour from empty cups, so I'm breathing. We're trying to run on fumes, so I'm pausing. We're trying to build beloved community while the foundation threatens to crack beneath us, and I know there is too much work to be done in too little time for us to rush. And so for the next 3 Sundays, we're going to stop pretending that this is sustainable. We're going to learn skills that we should never had to have unlearned in our world. We're going to practice and build skills for resting without guilt, to find joy without earning it, to play like our lives depend on it. Because they do. The good news is, with that all-important word, we can make a difference with our voice together. I know you know what the word is, and if you don't, you're about to hear it with a robust and warmed-up voice as we light the symbol of Unitarian Universalists in worship and thought all over the world and across time. The word, oh, most of you know it. Let's say it together. Love is the spirit. Today we're going to spend time with rest and play. And that's all right. When this flame burns too hot, it burns out real fast. So do we. It makes me uncomfortable to talk this slow. It makes me nervous that you'll get bored if I breathe. Never. Did you hear that? It makes me nervous that I'll lose you if I breathe.
We're always with you,
Yeah. Take a breath. Let's always be with one another. I invite you now. Turn to somebody. Turn to some bodies. Let's make space to breathe, to see each other in the eye, to compliment something specific, like a smile, and to share our names with the air that we breathe. I'm Glenn, by the way.
Can we take a minute just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe now? Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe? With each breath,
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe?
letting go.
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
Letting
Can
be.
we take a minute just to breathe?
With each
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to breathe?
letting go.
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
Letting
Can
be.
we take a minute just to breathe?
With each
Can
breath,
we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
receive
Can we take a minute just to breathe?
letting go.
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
Letting
Can
be.
we take a minute just to breathe?
When I breathe
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a minute just to breathe?
when I breathe
Can we take a minute just to breathe,
out.
just to breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a minute just to
out.
breathe?
Oh, I don't need to give you permission. Breathe
Can we
in.
take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a
in
minute just to
peace.
breathe?
When I breathe
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to
out.
breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a
out
minute just to
love. When I breathe.
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a
in
minute just to
peace.
breathe?
When I breathe
Can we take a minute just to breathe, just to
out,
breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a
out
minute just to
love.
Can we take a
When
minute
I
just to breathe, just to
breathe
breathe?
in, I
Can we
breathe
take a
in
minute just to
peace.
breathe? Can we take a
When I
minute just to
breathe
breathe, just to
out,
breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a minute
out
just to
love.
breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a
out
minute just to
love.
breathe, just to breathe?
I
Can we
breathe
take a minute
in
just to
peace.
breathe?
There is
Can we take a
more
minute just to
love
breathe, just to breathe? Can we take a minute just to
somewhere.
breathe?
I'm gonna
Can we take a
keep
minute just to
on
breathe, just to breathe?
till I
Can we take a
find
minute just to breathe?
there is
Can we take a
more
minute just to
love.
breathe, just to breathe?
Oh, can we take
Take
a
a
minute
minute
just
just to breathe.
Good morning. Let's take a breath together. As you exhale, if you feel comfortable, please close your eyes. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, please relax your gaze as much as you can to a soft gaze downward. And we're going to just take a few minutes to remember, re-embody, relive what rest feels like. If you can find a moment in your own history where you got some genuine rest and bring that to mind and live in that space for a while as you experience your breath coming in and out of your body. And pay attention to the sensations of rest in this moment that you're remembering. What are the sounds that are in your restful time and place? And what are the smells that are in your restful time and place? What does rest taste like? what does it look like if you could be outside of your body gazing down at yourself? What do you see? And really see if you can re-experience the feeling of rest in your body. Let's take another deep breath together. As you exhale, you can flutter your eyes open if they were closed. Allow your attention to come fully back into the space. And I can tell you with great joy that some of the best rest I ever got was when I got a colonoscopy. I highly recommend getting the drugs. People, you sleep so deeply. So keep in mind your rest experience from a moment ago. And I'm going to ask you to find maybe 3, 4, 5 other people to circle up with, and you are together going to create a poem about rest. The rules of the poem making are simple. It is not work that we have to do right now. It is an exercise for resting. If your portion of the poem is inhaling and exhaling, that is perfect. If you want to wait or not participate in that way, if your resting looks like a movement or sounds like a song, everything is welcome as long as it is appropriate for school. As long as you're not putting someone else on the spot or making the circle unsafe for other members of the circle. And I want to invite you to make your poem in rhyming couplets. I know, challenge! And I also want to, a rhyming couplet means that each 2 lines end with a word that rhymes. Like, almost like what I just did right there! Except the line and rhyme, those are not quite officially. But to your point, I also invite you to make up words if you need to. Don't let the rhyming be an obstacle. And then if someone in your group requests, you can define your made-up word for everyone. But rhyming couplets, and I want to invite each person to create at least 2 lines in your poem, and we will make poetry as long as you all feel like making poetry. Yes. Okay, so find your people.
Let me say one more thing. Here's the skill building part, friends. Here's the skill building part. When you feel the temptation to perfect your line, notice the temptation to perfect your line and gently remind yourself that that's not the point right now, nor is it where the blessing is. That's all. And rhyme.
Yeah, and rest. There's lots of voices still going. Sorry to interrupt. Just checking in. Are you all still making poems? Are you chit-chatting? Hey, both are great. I just wanted to do a little temperature check. Okay, proceed.
Give us a time, though.
So but let's see if we can wrap up our poems in 2 minutes. You have 2 more minutes, poets. One minute. 1 minute remains. You have 30 seconds. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Please take a moment to say for yourself your favorite rhyming couplet from your poem, if you can remember. Something that you can take away with you to remind yourself when you need a reminder to rest, and that the community supports your rest. Check.
Thank you. I have been overjoyed to share some things with you, a secret even, and I'm trying to find a list so bad. It's coming. You're not alone. Mm-hmm. Here's a list for you. We are making community together. We see you. We are beside you. We know you're here. You're not alone. Y'all, the line I wrote for the next portion of our all-important prayer, I tried to write in collaboration with ChatGPT. It never quite got it right. We see you. We're beside you. Yes, technically a human could say that, but no human ever would. No matter how much sense it makes grammatically, the words fit together, but there's just something not quite right. I had to snatch it from ChatGPT's hands. And I took it on a walk. And I shut my mouth and opened my ears. And I waited for the longest time. Until after my equally silly possibilities, the sentences emerged, and they were clear as anything I've ever heard. The only other thing I've heard that's been more true is when my mother said, "My calling in life is motherhood." I've never heard a truer sentence in my life. This is the second truest. This was the right one for us. You are not alone. We are holding it together. At the time, I was holding it together. Truth be told, I was pissed. I was upset with you. This was turning out not to be quite the job I thought it was going to be. We were losing money everywhere. I turned around and my staff was poof, nearly gone. I turned back around and the positions that were empty shells where humans used to be, those positions, poof, were gone. The demands never went down. I felt like we were holding it together with duct tape we bought the year I was born. I was mad. I thought you hadn't fulfilled your promise to me. You could have done something. To boot, y'all kept asking me about my resume. I thought you knew me. I'm just telling you the truth. I love you. I love you. There's nothing wrong here. I love you, and I was mad. Because I had made my identity out of that career. That's the only person I knew. Glenn Thomas wrote out world-class conductor. I got nominated for a Grammy, and you don't know who I am? The breaking point came when 10 of us asked me where in the world we were going to find a choir director. Oh, that hurt. I'm telling you the truth because it's the way we get free. Oh, that broke my heart. I felt like a stranger in the place where I was trying to build a home. I couldn't see any love. I couldn't see any friends. I couldn't see any of my own faith. And I turned around and I had lost track of my own ancestors. And there it was, my career, my entire identity. And nobody knew who it was. And now I didn't. So I wore black for a year. Every Sunday. I was in mourning. I was empty. Thank God for the people who love us before we learn to love ourselves. Because I had a friend named Ashley Horan who just so happened to send me a YouTube clip. She didn't know it was the gospel musicians that I had learned how to play gospel from 20 years before. And it's the first time I had heard them since I was a kid. And I stood there, and my ancestors flooded through my TV. And there I was weeping at a TV, mad. That's how emotions come. Human bodies are a mess. That's the beauty of them. We are who we are. It was then that I began the process of learning how to love myself. I'm saying that to bless you in case you don't love yourself yet. I'm 40. This was a couple years ago. I know who I am. But it's because there was somebody who loved me and was present for me before I knew how to do it for myself. So let us pray. Let us open up the truths of our lives. Let's open up the joy and the sorrow. Let's dare to say something we might not have said before. Let's trust. Let's risk that the people around you wish you well. They want you to feel love. It is not too late to not be alone, to share the burden and the joy, to hold it together. Friends, the circle is open. Let us pray. For your uncle, did you say Craig? For your Uncle Craig, for health, for wellness, for peace in a time that's tough, complex. We say, you are not alone. We are holding it together. Yeah. For the future of this country, you are not alone. We are holding it together. Yeah. Will you tell me your friend's name again? I was speaking at the same time. One more time. Your new friend, Dylan's partner, who's recovering from COVID. You are not alone. Holding it together.
For my friend Mary, whose cancer is back, and now the treatments are only to keep it at bay, not to cure.
For your friend Mary, we say, you are not alone. We're holding it together. Mm-hmm.
Celebrating my birthday, but not knowing how to do that.
Celebrating your birthday, but not knowing how to do that for you. How to do that. You are not alone. We are holding it together. We throw on a party right now. Happy birthday. Wham, happy birthday, dear. You have to tell it. Jessica, happy birthday to you. For the joy of dancing with fireflies. Was it your birthday? See, you got her outfit on. You are not alone. We are holding it together. I could have sworn I thought of every contingency. You're reminding me that my partner Jared, oh my goodness, we just had a fall. Ooh. Ooh. We are holding it together. That's one of those memory boo-boos. Oh, that hurts.
For the leaders of this church,
For the leaders of this church, every single one of us, you are not alone. We are holding it together. Hey, I want to say, Fireflies reminds me that my partner Jared and I met each other's families. Which, in addition to turning 40, I never thought would ever happen. Thank you, thank you. I was on Facebook looking and going, my father's 40th birthday is coming up? Oh, that's me. I'm not alone? Please. For laughter amid the horribleness, all of it, you are not alone. Yeah, we are holding it together. Joy is part of the elixir. For the joy of 6 perfect grandkids, you are not alone. We are holding it together. Yeah, Jared's talking about grandkids, dude. It's too soon for that. I love your joy, though. It's infectious. I love the shout out. That's beautiful. For your wife and daughter who have not slept. Oh, may there be rest. Oh my goodness, may there be peace. Yes, you are not alone. You're holding it together. Oh, for good intentions, even when they miss the mark, you are not alone. We are holding it together. Thank you for that compassion.
for my daughter Mika, as she figures out how to return to college after a medical leave.
For your daughter Mika, who's returning to college after a medical leave, you are not alone. We are holding it together.
For my grandma, who we lost earlier this summer, how she brought together the family this past week for a lovely family gathering that I didn't realize how much I needed.
For your grandma's life, for how the cycle of life is bringing your family together. You are not alone. We are holding it together. For trans service members getting separated from the military for their identity. Without the privilege of honorable. You are not alone. We are holding it together. I want to share a practice with you. Back in the Ann Arbor church, when I was working as director of worship, we had the practice of lighting a candle at the beginning of our service, and that was the source flame that we used to light our chalice that day. It was the flame that we used to signify that one among us had died. And I bring that tradition into Mark a tender moment in the congregation for our whole community and for a lot of us even more closely. Friends, I share with a heavy heart that Jenny Klotz is moving into hospice care following a rapid decline of her dementia. Jenny is living in Rose Court Memory Care down the street from her old house. Her days are made up of mostly silence and rest, but there are occasional times of laughter and singing. If you want to visit her, Martha Bird is who we contact. Is Martha here? I don't see her. What's that? Martha has COVID. My goodness. And so I like these less preemptively, but for us to see the link in the cycle of life and how we are connected even when we're apart. You are not alone. We are holding it together. She helped us start this practice. For the stomping of kids on a quiet service. Amen. Yeah. Will you breathe with me 1, 2, 3 more times? It's okay. You have to do it. Between the generations to come and the generations gone before, we have been called to steward the moment known as now. May we hold it in our care and compassion. May the next moments we call now be filled with the memory of this time and bring strength to each of our lives for all our living. So may it be. Spirit of light, come unto me. Sing my heart, all the stirrings of compassion. Our bodies are magnificent survivors. Our brains and our bodies and our minds and our spirits can shift and stretch to meet a challenge that a second ago was definitely impossible. You heard the story about the woman who lifts a car because her child is in danger. How do we always seem to find just enough time to put off that homework we were supposed to do months ago? How do we become sprinters when the bus is early? But we're not meant to stay in survival mode, and this is what I gotta tell you if I tell you nothing else. You know this deep in your bones, but I'm giving voice to something that needs to be louder. Stress mode is not normal. And it's calling us with a tempting clarity. And we choose whether we perpetuate and tolerate and work in and find ourselves shackled to systems that demand so much relentless inhumanity so constantly. We stop refusing because we forgot how. We have to make a living. We have to buy a house. We have to be on time. We have to finish this. We have to go to that. We have to stay. We have to move. We need a better phone. We need to get rid of our cell phone altogether. We have to hurry. Somebody said all of that so loud and so fast one day that we forgot to ask who that was, where we got that from, and how they're getting away with our bodies and our gifts of time. Rest is not a commodity. Hear me. It's not meant to make you a better worker. That's not the point. We can't capture relaxation like a potion in that video game we just bought with what we were given in exchange for not remembering the last time we weren't exhausted, pissed off, fighting something for something else, or passed out between the rounds that pass for days. Rest is the demand of the divine, and don't you dare waste your precious time deciding which God I'm talking about, and whether you can get away with the sentence or get with it. The distraction itself will run away with the blessing that came for you while you spend your fierce, righteous, and beautiful life force to strengthen your own chains. And love is too loud and too great to be stunned in stank face. We're a community bound to each other by a covenant of love and reason and togetherness. Even in the casual cattiness, we don't even think to mature. Over years, the wounds we're content to let stay inside our closets of thought. We're not hiding it as well as we think. Anyway, it is God's need of us, our service to all generations, to steward these bodies of water we have each been given, these oceans of life and thought. There are theological demands in this faith. We need to stop pretending otherwise. It's dangerously foolish. One of them is this: as lovers of life, and people of good timing, as lovers of life living for love, we cannot ignore how love and life have both been clear to us. They have compelled us, each, to honor all beings, all creation, all life, with more than intention to care. And that starts with us and the creatures living on and in and because of us. So we got a big problem, one we're going to solve right now. Joy and play are part of the fundamental part, a fuel of living well. They're actually what bring dreams to life, and we've learned to think of them as toys, child's play, children's accessories, luxuries, when we have time. But we learned them as children so we could keep them strong our whole life long. In fact, that's what they're for. We're full of sustainable energy. We're born with it, and what we don't have exists in abundance when we create connections with one another. Well, it's in our joy. So, we need to get rid of phrases like "I can't sing." We got to get rid of phrases like "I'm going to do that tomorrow." Love is calling now. And the first step to our motion is to be still. There's nothing about the current administration that is telling you to agree with me. And there's nothing about the frenzy in your body that wants to fix a law, and that law too, and that law, and that trouble in your home, there's nothing in there that tells you to agree with me. I'm asking you to trust me. Because I've seen some of what love can do. So have you. That's how we got here. If we love with all our strength, we can be the people we stopped dreaming we could be. We can undull the varnish. The gleam of this church can save more lives than we can count, including our own. But we gotta dance and laugh and get serious about singing, and we have to breathe. And you have to hear me when I say it. I beg of you. The justice and love we want is waiting just around the corner of when we're patient enough to listen for where it's coming from so we can know where to go. Here's a last thing I'd like you to do with me. I'd like you to release your handle on what time it is for 3 minutes. I'd like you to give it to me. I'll give it back, I promise. I want you to liberate yourself, because only you can do it. I want you to sit with me. Accountability is how we grow. I'll hold the clock. I'll hold the time. Try being a little more free. See what love has to say to you next. I'll watch the clock. I pray this moment go with you, wherever you go. And when your voice forgets, when it's too broken, to remember the song, I pray that my voice haunt your dreams. and sing right to your ear. Can you take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a minute just to breathe? Can you take a minute just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a minute just to breathe? Go with your power. Go with more love until you find yet more. Let's multiply it until we meet again. And always. Go in peace, my friends. Amen. Where we are going, but we will begin. And we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. And we know it will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know.
The English teachers, they're on some because they're like the mandatory course, but it's the only mandatory course that can feel like a